Perez Hilton is with us. He's written a book called Red Carpet Suicide. It's a guide to becoming a Hilton. What does that mean?
Well, when I say Hilton, I don't mean Paris or Nikki or anyone related to them. I mean this group of people who are famous for being famous. This group of people whom you love.
I do love them.
Like Spencer Pratt, Heidi Montag, Kim Kardashian, who don't have much, if any, talent to fall back on, yet are still really famous. Ryan talks about them all the time. They're on the cover of Us Weekly all the time.
Because I can relate to them.
You have some talent,
it's
right?
It's just getting up early and going to bed late. That's it. But I think that you're saying that if you want... So are you saying that this is a guide for anybody who's not one of those people to become one of those people?
Exactly. In just 12 easy steps, I can tell anyone listening how they too can become famous.
What are the top three?
Well, the top one for me is be a skinny, be a
Right.
And, I live by the words that I write. You know, if you don't have much talent, you got to at least look good.
Right. It's true.
Because, you have a disadvantage against you. Another one is put the in Hollywood.
So you need to get around.
Kim Kardashian knows that one very well.
She's been in a committed relationship for a long time.
I talk about it in the book. You want to know how Kim Kardashian got famous? It all boils down to one date she went on with Nick Lachey. Right after he broke up with Jessica Simpson. I don't know if you remember this, but they went out on a date. The paparazzi were there, photographed them. Then all the magazines started talking about Nick's mystery girl.
And it was Kim.
Then, all of a sudden, even though she claimed to have been friends with Paris for a long time, we saw her in Paris attached at the hip everywhere. Then she released the sex tape. So she may be in a committed relationship now, but she definitely put the in Hollywood.
But she does something because she has a hit television show on you know that. That show does very well. It's one of the most popular shows ever.
But what got her to that was... a whole bunch of nothing.
So whatever it takes to get in the door, but now she actually, because she does go to work and they have those stores. They go to work. See, the difference between I think Kim and a lot of people is they actually do have jobs and they do go to work.
No, Hiltons can work. If you want to be famous, you have to work for it.
Oh, okay.
Hiltons, okay. The group of people. You can be the Hilton. All right,
Spencer Pratt and Heidi Montag, they hustle, and I appreciate their hustle.
And you said
they're probably listening right now. They may call in.
That's the thing. I think there's a work ethic.
Yeah.
If you see, the less you have, the harder you must work.
Exactly.
Case in point, yours truly.
Me too.
What is just die already? That's a bullet point here on your list.
Well, the book is a satire. It's meant to be funny, but there is truth and humor.
Yeah.
Last year, one of the biggest stories of the year was the death of Heath Ledger.
Right.
He instantly became this iconic, almost legendary, definitely legendary figure, and he won the Golden Globe last night. He'll most likely win the Oscar. Anna Nicole Smith, she's like the ultimate Hilton in many ways. She gave people like me so much to write about. So
let's make this a little brighter. I think what we should strive for here is you could fake your death and then see what people say about you.
Oh, that's interesting.
After.
Right.
So you actually watch from somewhere.
But what if it
people
backfires
say.
on you?
Well, then you're in trouble. But I think the risk is worth the reward.
Fall off a jet ski and drown and pretend like you're really dead.
It's 5 days late for that suggestion, Ellen. Britney Spears. The book is dedicated to Britney. Why?
Because she's, I've said this before, and I mean it. She's the all-you-can-eat buffet of celebrity news. She gives and gives and gives, and we take and take and take. And there's always news about her. Even now, where she's supposedly in a much better place, over the weekend in the last couple of days, I've written a bunch of stories about her, about how she's moving houses to somewhere deep in the valley to be in a more residential area with the kids and less paparazzi, how her former manager is speaking out, saying that he doesn't think she's ready for the comeback.
All right, Prez, let me put it this way. Let's just picture the Britney pie for a second, okay? Picture the entire pie.
It's a delicious pie.
Okay. What percentage of that pie do you think, in terms of these stories, is contrived or strategic versus what's reality?
Contrived on her part?
Yeah, like she puts these things out there to keep herself in the news. What percentage of that pie versus what's true and what's...
Well, it depends. Like there were those months, actually almost a year, where she was definitely in the middle of it all.
Did she intend to be in the middle of it all by going out?
Yeah.
I think she did, right?
I'm sure you watched that documentary of hers for MTV.
I saw some of it.
I hated it because I thought it didn't reveal much, except for one moment. The one really revealing moment to me, who was a hardcore Britney follower, was when she said the reason she would be driving around so much, remember that in the white convertible?
Yes.
She'd just drive and drive and drive at all hours of the day and night, was she didn't want to be home because her kids weren't home. so she'd be sad when she was home. That was the only revealing moment. So yeah, she was putting herself out there. But now, she's got the tour. I'm really excited for the
huge
tour.
Comeback for her.
I hope she's able to pull it off. I think
you know why she'll do it. She'll do it. I think she'll do it because. Well, several reasons, but one main reason is there's a guy that's back in her life that was with her early on. That's Larry Rudolph.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy is her manager, her confidant, the guy I think that's behind this driving force, this comeback. And I think that if he sticks with her and she sticks with him,
she's got a whole
she'll
team
do
of
it.
managers. Larry, this other guy named Adam Lieber, who's great too. Her dad.
Yeah. I don't know
I'm
them as well.
concerned about the kids though. Like, is she going to be able to deal with being away from the kids for that long?
I actually
that would be hard.
When we think about all these celebrity kids, I can't even remember. It's like I really have to focus on some sort of a flow chart to remember which kid names belong to which celebrity.
Yeah,
mom.
Jaden James and Sean Preston.
Okay, thanks. All right, Perez Hilton, you can see him. You can have the book signed Wednesday, 7:30, Barnes & Noble at the Grove in
Yes.
Los Angeles. Thanks for coming by. We'll be reading your site later.
Thanks.
On air with Ryan Seacrest.